Test, test. Okay. Let's try one more time. Have we got sound now? Test, test. Okay. Let's try one more time. Have we got... Come on. Yay! Okay. Woo, woo, woo. There we go then. Here we go. We've got sound. Everybody is happy. Hey! This is the problem, you see, with using StreamYard. If anybody's using StreamYard, you need to make sure that the settings on StreamYard are set the same settings as your computer.
We're so professional, aren't we?
I know, not very good at all. Anyway, boom, baby. Here we go. And a happy, fun-filled Monday Fun Day with myself and the lovely Jane
Hi,
Redfern.
everyone. Hi.
Fantastic. So we've got the sound and we've got the visuals. So we're singing and dancing today. Today is Monday the 29th of August. So nearly at the end of August. The time is flying by. So fantastic. So before we get into the chat part of this Monday, let's bring you a few updates of what I know about so far. So it's Monday. Like I said, what happens on a Monday? Yep, you've guessed it. We have a new website. And I hope that everybody has had chance today as part of your routines to log in, have a look at it. And also early today as well, really on time, the guys, we also have the new link 66 in the My Links section of your back office. So go and have a look at it. You will love it. It's a bigger hologram in the middle that scrolls left to right. Absolutely fantastic. Again, very different from the one we saw on Thursday. And this seems to be the theme that I'm recognizing now with the websites is they really are mixing up the themes of how the websites are looking. And this is all to do with branding. It's all to do with visual. It's to do with keeping that interest as far as the user who is looking at the websites engaged in that website. They reckon that you've got 2.5 seconds before a person will click off to a different website. That's all you have, 2.5 seconds before someone goes, nah, and off they go in a completely different direction. So it's imperative and important that the websites catch the attention so that people can start browsing through it. And then once you've got them doing that, you near enough have got them hooked in and they are going to want to know more information. As far as our CEO is concerned, I know that he has been following very closely the launch of the rocket from Florida. This is the most powerful and strongest rocket to date that has taken off from there. And this is the first part of the testing to go to the moon. So this is, I know he's been following it closely. I'm just going to actually tell you what the name of the rocket is. It's called Artemis, as in the followers of the cars that changed, Optimus Prize and Artemis. They're all from that there, and the rocket's been named after them as well. So I know our CEO has been following that very, very closely. If you are following the news, you would have seen that there was a hydrogen leak and maybe possibly a small crack on it. So it's been delayed. We haven't been given any more updates to that, but all exciting stuff. Are we going to see... yeah, it's been cancelled for today. It's been postponed is the news as far as that was concerned. That was from Juanita. So I don't know in what capacity our CEO is there for, whether he is there as a spectator or whether he is there for business reasons. I'm sure we will find out. If you remember 6 months ago or so now, he said that you will see ONPASSIVE from the sky once. Remember that one? So all exciting stuff. Are we expecting to see him this week? Yes, we are. Okay. When? I don't know. but we will obviously give you as much information as tall as possible when that happens. Also on the list for this week coming is I'm going to do another workshop, maybe Wednesday if nothing else pops up, or Thursday. Obviously I shall put that information in there. Running from tomorrow on my own networks channel, every single day from tomorrow onwards, I am going to be putting a little cryptic quiz question in there to see how clever you guys are. Transformers, Dave, that's the one, mate.
You've watched all those.
I know. Artemis was the Greek god, apparently. Optimus Prime, Artemis, all of those. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, I'll be doing a little word trail every single day in my own networks. So make sure part of your daily routine is that you come in to my own networks. And remember, it's not Redfern, it's Richard Redfern. Why? I can hear you asking, why are you down there as Richard Redfern and not Redfern? It's because that is my legal name, and I want to make sure my accounts are good to go.
Everyone's going to sound like your mum.
I know. Richard? Want to make sure that my accounts are good to go for when we start doing the KYC section. So that's why I've changed it into Richard, but obviously everyone knows me as Red. So here we are with lovely Jane. Monday Fun Day. That means it's question time. So any questions, get them in the chat and pose them to myself or Jane. Anything that you've wanted to know about us or anything else like that. Remember, I don't know support questions. Let's save that for a different occasion. Okay, but if you want to get to know us a little bit more, a bit of fun, we are getting on there. So first off then, we have... there you go. Gina Lever has come on and she said, how are you loving the new digs, Jane?
First, can I just say I'm so sorry about last week. Someone decided to clean the computer and flicked off the camera. So you can take blame for that.
I know.
And I missed you all. I'm so sorry. I was all geared up for it and it didn't happen. How are we enjoying the new boat? Well, they say it's the small things, and literally this is like, let's say we've gone from a studio to an apartment. I think the other night we went out, and I got ready in my bedroom, which is something I didn't have on the other boat. So music full blast, doing my own thing. Red knocks on the door and asks if I'm all right.
I said, are you all right? Because we're so used to living in such a confined space.
I used to do it all in the lounge, like sort of under him. So it was so nice to go to the other end and close the door, put myself a little bit of music on. I'm sorry, I like a bit of Carpenters. My bad, you might be with me on this one. But I was getting ready to go out and I did it. It was lovely. So, yeah, really liking the extra space. A lot more techie, this boat. A lot more switches and dials that Red's struggling with. And, of course, you heard about his trauma with the tap gate.
We had tap gate. 3 days of tap gate.
The choice was, A, get Giovanni in who offered to help out, who's our neighbour, or B, get a divorce. So it was pretty simple, really.
No-brainer, really, wasn't it?
It was a no-brainer.
So unfortunately, in a couple of weeks' time, no, I'm just joking. Okay, good question that was. Yeah, I'm loving the boat. It's newer. It was first built in 2011, so it's a pretty brand new boat. So from Joe Sordo then in Portugal, what is your favourite subject on passive? On passive.
Can I answer this just quickly?
Yeah, Jane,
all
go
of
ahead.
It. All of it. It doesn't matter. We just eats, sleeps, drinks, breathes, walks, you name it, on passive. So he'll answer it properly, but my take on it is all of it. Yeah, todo, all of it.
Well, for me, from the first time I heard about it, for me, OConnect is the one that interests me the most because I personally believe that it's going to have the biggest impact in the internet of all of the products. That's my opinion. Now, consumership is a funny thing. At the end of the day, it is what we think and sort of believe is going to be the one that the consumers will like the most. Inevitably, doesn't necessarily happen. But for myself personally, OConnect is the one for me that has my most interest. And that is because of the new technology behind it. We live in a digital virtual society now, whether it be in computers, mobile phones, we all do it. I mean, you only have to walk down the streets now and remember the days of people with a phone to their ear, right? Everyone had a phone to their ear, didn't they? You walk around now and have a little look at how people are using their mobile devices. They aren't using them like they used to anymore. They're using them in front of them here, whether it's on speakerphone or whether it's on a visual, okay, with the camera. More and more people are communicating in that way now. And I think this is one of the reasons I think OConnect is going to have such a big impact in society and usership and consumership, etc., because of the technology behind it, of what it does. We already know that it's going to have drag and drop capabilities with whiteboards, with texting, with integration of other people. Okay, all of this on the one screen without losing that front screen. It's then on top of that, you've got the translations and all the rest of it that is going to be coming in behind the scenes as well. So that's the one for me that I believe is going to be the big one. Yeah.
Make my eyes water.
The
I'm not crying. The fan's making my eyes water.
Okay, let's get some more questions then. Here we go from Tommy McNear. What is your favourite movie for both of you? Jane, you can go first.
I think if I'm going to narrow it down, a bit sad. One of my favourite movies. I've got a couple from a history point of view. My favourite film is definitely Schindler's List. I've seen it a billion times and it gets me every time, and I absolutely love the whole film Schindler's List. That's my favourite film. If I want to talk, if I want to go like funny, I would say it is now it's escaped me, with my favourite actress, who is Toni Collette, Muriel's Wedding.
Muriel?
Love it. From Pauper's Spit. Absolutely makes me cry laughing every time I watch it. So that's my serious film and my funny film, I think.
For me, I'm just a massive movie buff. I like all sorts of different weird movies and everything. I've always been a huge animation fan from when I was a kid to even now. There's been 3 movies that have really not inspired me, but certainly made me go wow as far as cinema technology is concerned. The first one was Star Wars, right back in late 79, 80, when that first came out. That was a huge revelation to me as far as cinematography was concerned. The second one that came out was Matrix with Keanu Reeves, who I love anyway. Many of his films, I like all of his films. There's not one film. In fact, there's one film, the Kung Fu Tai Chi Master one. Absolute rubbish. Don't watch it. And the film by far that has made such an impact on me, and it is my go-to, make me feel good film, and that is Avatar.
And he knows the dialogue. You know, and that's some awkward, naughty person does all the dialogue before it comes in.
I got the director's cut, which is really good to get.
I enjoy it, thankfully.
The director's cut has 20 minutes extra on it. So obviously this Christmas, looking forward to the new one. In fact, they reckon they've made 3 trilogy. So looking forward to that one as well. But there's loads and loads of films. I like all sorts of films, animation, all the way through. The only stuff I'm not keen on is horror. I don't do horror movies. So I actually like to go.
We don't like horror, do we?
No, I like to watch movies for the enjoyment factor, not to be scared shitless. To be honest, I've never seen the appeal.
While you're just scrolling down, can I just give a shout out to Annette Curry, bless her. I just saw your comment at the top. She's getting the kids ready for school. She's super mum. She is. She does all these things with her kids, and she's, dare I say, she's a single mum at this time, and she's amazing, really funny, and my daughter's getting our 2 grandchildren ready. It's just the 2 of them getting for school. She's having a nightmare with school shoes. So I sort of, my heart goes out to you. I really, kudos to you, darling, for getting it all sorted.
And whilst Jane's talking about Annette Curry, the John Wogan, Annette Curry, and Paddy McGuigan are all working together. They are proposing a founders get together in Ireland. If you are an Irish founder and you want to meet up with other Irish founders, okay, get in contact with any of those, Annette Curry, Paddy McGuigan, or John Wogan, and they will give you the details. I think it's going to be the early part or sometime in October anyway. So get there. Right, Chris Johnson. Hey.
Chris, you always ask a question. I'm going to ban you from this.
Chris wants to know who snores the loudest or louder.
Let's say I'm going to save all the bother and say if I'm not very well, like if I've got a cold or something, I get told I've snored in the morning. Apparently.
I woke her up once, said, "You're snoring." She said, "How can I when I'm awake?" I don't know how that works. But she was definitely snoring when I woke her up.
I did have it was my Norwegian cold I had. I had Norwegian flu.
Norwegian flu.
That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay. Joe Sordo again from Portugal has asked, have you personally met Mr Ashmufare and his family? No, we haven't.
We've had a few phone calls with him.
Yeah, well, obviously we've had
quite
a few phone calls and conversations with the guy and his wife as well, and the kids, etc. But we haven't personally met him. Obviously, we will be.
Yeah, he's on our list. Yeah. He's on our to-do list.
It's on our to-do list. Brian Quirk from Alicante, good friend of mine from over there, drinking all of my red wine, this Sierra, which was on offer, by the way, the other day at the supermarket, the Mercadona, which we used to use. €1.50 for a bottle of red wine.
And it's decent.
And it's decent. €1.50.
Ridiculous.
Anyway, he says, are you working, Jane, or doing DIY on the boat all the time?
Right. Should we go back to Tapgate? While Red had his head under the sink, shouting all sorts of expletives and just sweating. I managed to paint all behind me, all the boat.
There you go. So
all the
and we
all of that. I did all that, and I did all the light blue behind us also, and it took me quite a while, quite a few coats. So while Red was doing Tapgate, I was working my little socks off trying to make the boat nice, because let's just say it wasn't my taste. I like colour, and it was very woody in here. I don't mind the wood, but it was too much. Yeah, and really through the summer, etc., I spend as you well know, all my time doing ONPASSIVE stuff, and come the winter when we tend to be here we both pick up a little bit of work at the moment. So obviously that's all going to change. So let's have a look for some more questions. I think we've missed some. No, I'm scrolling now. When are you going to show us your new boat? Oh, well, you've just seen some of it, Jerry. Yeah, Jerry, when are we going to show us your new boat? What I'm going to do is, Jerry, I'll do a video and I'll post it on the channel so everyone can take the time to have a look at it. Yeah. That's good. What is exciting coming up with grandkids? Okay, this is from the lovely Pat Parent. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to Pat's YouTube channel, go and do it. She is inspirational at the moment, doing a lot of
lives, putting a lot of content into her channel. So let's support each other, especially Pat, and get over there. So she's asked, what is exciting coming up with grandkids?
Oh.
Love them. They are.
Honestly, they are.
We have a chalk and cheese pair. Kian, who is 8, is very quiet and subdued, very
reserved.
Yeah, very reserved.
He's a bit of a
takes it all in.
Thinker.
Doesn't like getting into trouble like a lot of kids do. And he's just a joy to have.
Yeah, he's very mindful of, are you okay, Nanny? He's very mindful of others.
And now, then Poppy, we have Poppy.
Who is a whirlwind.
Actually, we call her the firecracker. Yeah. Because she's very strong-willed, strong-headed. Reminds me very much of our youngest daughter, to be honest, Philippa. She is not going to take any SHIT from anybody, I can assure you. She starts school in mid-September.
Yeah, she has.
So she'll be running it and be prefect by, I reckon, Christmas. Easy.
She has, we call them Poppyisms, because Poppy makes up her own words, and she's quite smart. She calls a trampoline a jumpoline. Now she's worked that out in her head, so it's not a trampoline, it's a jumpoline. Well, it makes perfect sense to me.
Swimming pool.
A swimming cool.
Swimming cool, she calls that.
Swimming cool. She calls a McDonald's a hot Donald's. So there's something else that she just sort of makes things up in her own head, and it's in her mind that's correct. And most of the time it makes sense.
Yeah, a lot of it does make sense.
But she's very cute and adores him.
Yeah, I have no idea why.
No.
So let's get some more questions.
But they are a joy. If you've got grandchildren, Pat, you will know they're an absolute joy. They do breathe new life into your older years, I think. I think so.
Yeah. Okay, this is from Joha Helman from Finland in Norway. What kind of motor do you have in your boat? I can answer that one. Jane obviously knows all. Jane, what kind of boat?
Well, actually, I'm going to surprise you now and say it's a canal line.
But what type of canal line?
I don't know, a boat one.
Okay, it's a canal line 43, so it means it's 43 horsepower, diesel, 4-cylinder, and that's what powers the boat. We've also got heating on it with a thing called a Webasto heater, which is a small diesel fire that does the radiators. And we have 2 inverters on here, one large 3 kilowatt inverter and a small 1000 watt inverter, which we switch between the 2 depending on what usage. 3 leisure batteries, 1 starter motor, and we have at the moment 350 kilowatts of solar. Good question.
I do listen.
I know you do.
There's someone asking what number to put the washing machine on.
Put it. No, I know. No, the new washing machine. You put it on trainers. See?
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do. That's what you told me.
What, even when I'm washing the bedding?
Yeah, no, trainers.
See what I mean? This is why we work.
That's why I cook.
Yin and yang.
I cook. Jane does the other stuff.
I push it around my plate.
Yeah, we've done that one. Just getting to a few more questions. I'm scrolling down. Jill wants me to go to India. Yeah, it'll be on our list, mate.
What do we do for exercise?
Okay, good question, Ernest Martinez.
Mostly we walk the dog.
Yeah, at the moment we walk the dog. We're both part of the gym here as well. In the dock, there's a very good gym, so we're part of that as well.
I'm going to hold my hand up. I haven't been much because
we tend to go more Jimmy type of stuff in the winter than we do in the summer. We are planning this Sunday to go out on the boat for 3 or 4 weeks.
Going on our holiday.
So I will be doing as much as I possibly can internet wise whilst we're away. But obviously, as long as I've got internet guys.
I'm going to say something now. I'm probably going to get kicked under the table. We're on our hollybobs, but we're on the move in October, and some of you on there know, but some of you might get to see us. Maybe. That's all I'm saying. I sound like ASHMUFAREH now.
Maybe.
Throwing snippets. Work it out.
Okay, the lovely Listra. is asking, do you miss living in a regular house at all? Jane?
Sometimes I do. Yeah. I do. Do you know, I've never, this is the truth, it's a good thing this really, I've never given so many clothes away to charity as I do now, because if I buy something or change things, I just can't hoard anymore. I can't just have like this never ending wardrobe, because there just isn't any space. And he loves this. Look at his face. And so I think I miss things like, I think I miss the privacy of being like, I mean, I love the guy, but when you're in the same room all the time, it would be so nice to just have a bit of space. But we've remedied that. We knew that that's what we wanted to work on. And so we've got a boat now that has a bedroom at the far end. So like I said, literally, I can actually get out of his way. And if I want to listen to music or read my book while he's doing a lot of his webinars, because before I was right under his nose all the time, and there was no sort of separation, but now we've got a whole 12 foot between us. It's amazing.
I know, right? It certainly is.
Absolutely amazing.
I mean, I get told off for wearing the same stuff all the time, so I don't need a lot of clothes.
He would like own 5 t-shirts and 5 pairs of shorts.
That's me.
That's fine, but that's just not me. So I like to try and keep up with stuff. But yeah, I do miss the space a little bit.
So the lovely Lynn Nakamoto, and whilst Lynn is on the screen here, I just want to say a big thank you to Lynn for everything you're doing at the moment. My word, she is doing a lot of stuff. She does what we do every single night with her husband, Ron. Well done, Lynn, and for everything you do behind the scenes. So she got a question for us. How do you to like your steak on a scale of rare to well done? Now then, that is a posing question and a half.
You know, Lynn, now, don't you, that when we get off screen, we're going to have an argument. Because we're going to disagree on this.
I'll let Jane go first.
First of all, I don't eat steak anymore. However, when I did, I like mine cremated. I don't want it mooing. I don't want it walk through the kitchen. I want it cooked. But normally that meant spoiling a steak. So we used to go to restaurants and I would order a steak and Red would raise his eyebrows at me because it was always wrong. And so I stopped doing it. But then as time's gone on, I actually don't eat red meat anymore. So, but you like the odd steak, don't you?
I do. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a major red meat eater.
But I'm going to say about once every 3 months, if that.
Yeah, if that. I do like a good burger, by the way, but it has to be a good one.
Yeah.
But for me, you could wipe its ass and take it through a warm kitchen. I like steak tartare. If on a steak, I like my steak rare, but not blue. I can remember once when we had the line, we used to have a guy, he used to come from a long way away, and he always wanted to have a blue steak, blue fillet steak that was burnt on the outside.
Yeah.
Now that's a hard thing to do. So
used to come for miles, didn't he? Because Red was the only person that could manage that. And
how I managed it was I had a little panini pan, a cast iron panini pan, and I used to basically sear, get it red hot, and I mean red hot, and then sear the outside of it by pushing it down and rubbing it like this, so it was burnt and crunchy on the outside, and then I used to lay it underneath the griddle pan, the griddle plate of the griddle, just to warm through, so that it had heat through it. So
you're good at. He's very good. I mean, he's a chef. You know that, don't you? But it's my worst nightmare. If I go to a restaurant and if anyone's got meat and it's got blood on the plate with food,
I get the bread out.
I just can't.
Make dripping out of it.
I'm just not. I like my food cooked and hot.
So we'll take 2 more questions then for this session. Tonya Hannard is saying, do you move around all year on your boat?
Try to.
No, in the winter we tend to stay in situ, don't we? To be honest, and go out in the summer. This year's been very up in the air and strange.
Yeah, we've had a lot of invites.
A lot of
haven't we?
invites, hospital appointments,
Yeah, a lot of
and
stuff
all
going on.
stuff going on. But generally speaking, we are we're not CCers, which is constant cruisers, which means moving all year round.
Yeah.
We pay to be in the docks here, and that's where we are for the winter. Okay, last one then. John Berea likes O Connect as well. That's great.
You settled into your new boat.
Jane Helms has said that. We've said about the boat.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
We'll have one more question. Let's see who we get to.
What is your favourite meal? Oh.
Go on then. We'll have this one. This is from Dominic Henderson. Hello, how are you? What is your favourite meal, Jane? No, Jane has got actually a thingy meal, haven't you? Last, death row meal.
Yeah.
She's got a death row meal. Why anybody would have one of those, I have no idea.
If you're on death row and they ask you what would you like to eat, you call it your death row meal, don't you? Mine would be, I'm very common really. I'm just a nice Yorkshire lass. It'd be scampi and chips.
Scampi and chips.
Anything
you want.
I'm such a cheap date.
Scampi and chips.
Yeah.
No peas.
Yeah, roly peas, what they called, not mushy peas. Oh, like
garden
peas. Yeah, those.
Do you know something? For me, I haven't got a favourite meal. I eat so many different things, and my taste depends on seasons, moods, all
you
sorts of
stuff. You like seasonal food, don't you? So
I like
if
seasonal
we go
foods.
somewhere and like for instance, Red wouldn't eat sprouts out of season because they're never very good, or asparagus. He likes stuff that's in season because it's obviously better tasting.
So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for being on. We've gone well over the hour, and Marty is on at the top because I've got the notification already. So let's pop over and say hello to him. We will be back again next Monday for another Monday Fun Day.
You said this was only going to be a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I know, but everyone's got so many questions for us that
true.
we want to.
I don't mind. I'm just saying. You said this isn't. I remember you saying this isn't going to be forever.
Well, I did say it's not going to be forever, but we've got so many people who want to know more about us.
Oh, see, look, someone else likes Muriel's Wedding. So Aussie, very Aussie. Love it. Funniest film. And I like ABBA. Everyone knows I like a bit of Mamma Mia. So obviously there's a lot of ABBA songs in there. So it's a great film for me, that. So
okay, guys, that's it from us for this Monday, 29th of August. Back to normal tomorrow. Obviously, more updates from me. Normal time at 4 p.m. UK, which is 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time at the moment. Obviously, if we have our CEO on, I'll do the recap as normal for that as well. Keep plugged in, okay? Keep going. Every single day that passes is one day closer.
Stay patient, guys. Stay patient. Stay sane. And you know what they say? If your ship's not coming in fast enough, swim out to it.
That's very good, Jane.
You like those, don't you?
I like it. Very good.
I've got thousands of quotes. I love them.
Dear me. Bye for now.
Bye.